Hello, just putting this 2x12 cab together. I got the Marshall DSL 15H head. It's kind of a unique size, so I wanted to get a 2x12 that fits it just right, so just thought I'd put one together as best I could. Just use some 1/2 inch plywood. Usually use the thicker plywood, 5/8 or 3/4, but I want to keep it light, so I want it to be actually portable so you can use it. So got some wheels on the side. Just put them down at the bottom. And I'll put some foot pegs on it as well so it sits straight. And then also, since it'll be on the ground, I angled the speakers back quite a bit, just like on a top cab for a 4x12 Marshall. The top two speakers are angled back so you can hear them kind of better off the floor. So since we'll be sitting kind of more in front of it more than anything, just wanted to angle back and come at me, so put a fair amount of angle on it. And then I'll probably sit the head back a little bit more on it, or maybe about there. I'm also gonna put the jack come down to the top right on this side by the cable, so see a short cable run from there to there, and then onto the speakers. So I'll have two 8 ohms. I'll run them in series to get the 16 that is running out of the 16 ohm jack. This thing will do 2 8 separately, but let's run one out of the 16 and that should be good. Okay, so I'll try to update it when I get it together and stained and ready to play. So just gave the cab a quick stain, just some ebony and some red mixed in, and then a nice thin coat of varathane, just to kind of give it a bit of gloss but not a whole bunch. And then the stain lets the wood grain come through, but it's kind of black at the same time, so not just straight black, but not just natural wood grain like that. And did the top and back in natural wood grain, so kind of a should contrast. So got the cabinet pretty much done here. The amp just sits on top, and then that's going to run the cabinet jack through the top. This goes 16 there with a short run. I could put it in the back, but then it might stick out. I don't have a cone like a Marshall or good quality cabinet would have to kind of get it flush to the back. And just some small Celestion speakers, just 30 watts each, 2 of them, and it's only a 15 watt amp, even on full power, so that should be plenty. So the amp can drive these speakers quite a bit. You got the wheels on there. I just ran bolts to the outside, and pretty large wheels so it can roll up and down steps or whatever you want. And then front. So just have the amp all the way forward, so good access to the controls and stuff, and then the 2 speakers in front. I'll get some speaker grates for those and put them on just to protect them or whatever, but it's not going to be traveling so far, so just sitting there should be fine, but something could drop on and rip them open. So let's get some grates for about 10 bucks each or whatever. Okay, so good for a mini head. Depending on what can you have, you could build it to that size. If I had a narrower one, say like a micro head, like a PV or Fender or whoever's making them right now, you could stack the speakers up more vertically and get whatever dimension you want. This one just happened to be just right for those speakers to go on a bit of an angle and get the width, but kind of fairly narrow, so it'll fit into a small place and still get your good 2x12 bass and mid-range and all that stuff. But still, like, not a massive stack or anywhere. It'll kind of tuck into a nice corner somewhere and angled up. That speaker's on quite an angle, so that they can sound good. Let's turn it around. There we go. Yeah, so you can see the angle that the speakers are on there. That way when it's on the floor, it plays to you, not to your feet, and it'll sound a lot better. Okay, I'll probably put another handle on this to wheel it around a bit easier, and then that'll be about it. So I've got the input jack there. It's just a guitar jack. I bought like 10 for $5 or something like that. And it comes around this side. You can see your ground, inner, and positive outer, which will go to this tab. And to be sure your positive goes down to one of the positives on the speaker. So this one goes to this positive there. And then the negative comes out down to the speaker to its positive there, and then the negative back to the jack. So basically this is 16 ohm, so two 8 ohm speakers, and the signal has to force its way through the jack, through one speaker, through the next speaker, and then back. So one resistance, the second resistance, and back, so it doubles, or it adds on to it. So if you had like an 8 and a 4, it'd be 12. This time it's an 8 and an 8, it's 16 ohm. So I'll use this 16 ohm output on the amplifier.
I can't.
Two.
Recording?
Yeah, now.
Oh god, I haven't played this song in a long time. Oh. Some of the clean song.
1 or something?
Right.
Here.